안녕하세요. I'm Haeryong. I'm Korean.
Hi, my name is Anthony. I'm from Hong Kong. We've been married for 18 years.
Hi, I'm Wendy. I'm from Singapore.
Hi, I'm Frank. I'm from France.
Together, we are married for
18 years?
18 years.
Hi, I'm Maribel Santiago. I'm from Philippines.
Hi, I'm Ivan Go from Singapore.
And we've been happily married for 4 years.
On the beach.
Yes, on the beach.
Through my husband's Korean friend, we met in Roppongi in Tokyo.
I needed to do my laundry as my washing machine had broken down. So I went to the nearest laundry shop. It just so happened she was there. She spoke to me. I took an interest. I gave her my number, hoping for the best, and it's history from there.
Yeah, so it's like called like a destiny or a fate for us, for both of us.
Fated.
That was in France, and my Scottish girlfriend said that we do a challenge. Let's meet as many people as possible. And Frank was the first person that I met on the beach.
We have a conversation. She's Korean, but she amazingly speaks fluent Japanese. So I wonder, like, okay, what kind of person she is. So I started to walk up to her and have a chat and understand a little bit more. She has a very diverse background. I really like it. I asked her to go out, and then since then we've been dating, and then we got married afterwards.
My dad was really happy for me, but my mom, she is asking me a question on, there are many Chinese people living in Paris, why choose a French man? I think that she wanted me to marry someone of the same nationality or language. But after a while, I think she accepted, the fact that I did marry a Frenchman.
No choice.
Yeah.
When his mother met me, it's like she told me already that, can you just marry my son?
My in-law basically sat me down in a cafe. We were doing an interview. He would basically say, what's your name? And I said, my name is Anthony Chen. And he said, look, you're Chinese, right? He said, yes, I am. So what is your real name? Your real name cannot be Anthony. So I explained my full name is Chen Chun Kit Anthony. Okay, now they feel relief. And then the father-in-law also asked me, are you sure you're going to marry my daughter? And I said, yes. And then they say, okay, so you pass.
I traveled all the way to Philippines just to get to know her, get to know the culture and her family and relatives. So yeah, I think she took a liking to me almost instantly. Yeah.
The first time I met mother-in-law and also his the younger sister, they all spoken Cantonese. I have no idea what they are talking about. I'm super nervous, but they are all kind and good. Yeah.
My mom-in-law doesn't speak English, so communication is a bit of an issue on that.
For me, definitely communication was a problem. Not just in terms of character, also in terms of language. But I like to think that throughout these 4 years and also having our first child, we have worked through most of it.
Yeah, mother-in-law doesn't speak much English, but she speaks a bit of Mandarin. So I try to learn Mandarin, so we try to communicate.
If you ask me the question, would it be better if he is from the same culture? In a way, yes. For example, when we do confinement, I do not have to explain to my, mother-in-law who's French, I need to stay at home for 1 month because, I'll be protected, from the wind that is outside, and I cannot do this, I can't do that, I cannot wash my hair, I cannot shower myself. But if you explain to a French mother-in-law, she said that is crazy. After we give birth, we push the baby out, in the hot sun, and then we go out with the baby. Why do you need to stay at home? Definitely, it's easier in terms of explaining, the culture, why we do this, why we do that.
Every year, we go and visit my family in Hong Kong. When you have a family gathering, everyone is comfortably speaking in Cantonese. My wife and my daughter, they'll say, oh, what are they talking about? What are they talking about? Translate, translate. I said, no, just wait. Okay, everyone speak English. No, why should we speak English? It's weird, right? So, but that's like the life, right, of I guess intercultural marriage.
I think that, the way how you assimilate into my family is that you try all the local food and you like it. And I feel like, food is the the way how we can bond together even though we're from different countries, and also adapting himself by, using Singapore slang like la, le, So in fact, he become Singaporeanized.
We never had enjoyed a meal without alcohol. That's my family background, and then in Korean culture thing. When I met his family, nobody drinks. Hong Kong people just drinks the tea and tang, the soup, and I was so shocked. The first years I was so struggled because nobody drinks, but I want to drink. So for a few years, I didn't request, obviously, but now I'm just so relaxed. Everybody knows Herion needs a beer and wine, and everybody just accept me, my culture. Yeah.
We were living in London. We had the kids there. They were going to English school. When we moved to Malaysia, it was a bit difficult to go to Malaysian system because it was in Malay and different, so language issue. So that's why they end up in a French school. We moved to Singapore, so they went to the Singapore system because that's where we were going to be. It's just go with the flow.
My daughter learning Korean and Japanese, which I am fluent. I don't expect her to be fluent like me, but English, Chinese is a must, so we agree with that. So she dropped off the Cantonese. Cantonese a bit difficult.
We are planning to teach him our different languages, so English, Mandarin, and then for her will be Tagalog,
Yes,
Philippines
yes.
Tagalog, as well as her village dialect, which is Bicolano, is it?
Yes,
Bicolano.
If the kid is brought up with in a Chinese environment, and of course he would certainly acquire the Chinese language more fluently than right now our children. And now is that the environment is more of an English environment. So I think the Chinese language, of course, is going to take a sacrifice. But there's always pros and cons. Pros is that they are exposed to so many different cultures. Maybe the cons is that if they want to really master a language, they themselves, they have to be immersed in a very Chinese environment where the grandparents is there speaking Chinese. The TV is always in Chinese. I cannot expect, my children to be so fluent in Chinese, so fluent in Chinese culture, but they have a mix of, each different culture. So, yeah.
We are like a bibimbap, Korean mixed rice. So all cultures and then mixed, and we are very diverse.
We want it here in Singapore, but if, for example, we also go in the Philippines, and then we're going to teach our child to accept everything, like to accept the culture here in Singapore, to accept also the culture in Philippines, whatever the education that they're going to receive.
So always we are in the international environment, so we never worry about she has some like a bias or discriminations. And so we try to open up our cultures, and we teach her respect everything.
I give up.
Yeah, I think it's best that he give up, because if not, we will never reach a conclusion or, get together.
We argue, we resolve it just like the others, like we're trying to calm down and trying to be reasonable.
When I say I give up, she give up sometimes, 2 times as well. It's the secret of longevity, I think. It's to give up from one to either one side or the other side, depends.
In a couple, there is a need for argument. If not, there's no life between the couple.
There's no communication.
Yeah.
They will say that if you married each other, you know everything already. It's not. You really need to. Every day is a process. It's a learning process. How you're going to understand each other.
Still ask the same question, is it the same person I love from the beginning? Be a little bit appreciative.
The most important thing is the love and respect. So I never forget that the feeling, and always I try to going back to the first time I met him and fell in love, and that sweet moment.
Talking to each other and understand each other, and we have faith to each other that we can do it.
Also, sometimes we need to compromise the things. So don't just push my feelings and opinions. Just take it back and try to think about from the other angles. That's very important, I think.
For me, I also believe in balance. So maybe balance between time together, time to ourselves, family, friends.
Nah, I'm very shy.
I love you.
I love you.
사랑해요.
Je t'aime.
Whiny.
Mahal kita.
我爱你